Man, what's good, everybody? Salute to all my people out there. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I had to step away. My bad, y'all, earlier, bro. I had to step away. I didn't have time to do the national championship game. Just got done watching it. Salute to everybody, man. But look, I gotta get y'all some NBA news real quick, man. So it looks like Jimmy Butler, man, he has a serious knee injury, y'all. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. By how it looks, it don't look like no regular knee bruise. Now, Jimmy Butler, and I'm gonna play this video as y'all can see right here, bro. That looks very serious, bro. And I hate to say it, but dude, man, knee look like it, man, bro. It look like it came out. I'm gonna let y'all see for y'all. Man, that's a huge blow to the Warriors. Man, the Golden State Warriors have themselves a nightmare of a season, man. This has been a horrible season. Man, they've been mediocre for most of the year, and then you got this situation, Johnny Kuminga. They don't want Steve Kerr don't want Johnny Kuminga. He doesn't believe in him. They're trying to trade him. They're not getting what they would call equal value in return. So they got that going on. Steph Curry's getting older. Draymond's getting older. You traded for Jimmy Butler and you invest money into him. Now you got this potentially. Man, Jimmy Butler may have torn his ACL. Now, I hope that's not the case, man. But just looking at the video, you definitely should be concerned, bro. Just looking at it, I was looking at the real time. I'm watching the national championship game, and I'm watching the Warriors game at the same time. So I look over, I see Jimmy Butler, you know, falls down, we're winding back, and I see that knee. That knee looks, man, bro. That knee look like it kind of came out. It looked like an ACL tear. And the way he came down, it could be a knee bruise. Hopefully, this could be it's hypoextended. Don't look hypoextended to me though. That look really bad. It look like it's ACL. It's ACL. I like an ACL tear, bro. I hope it's not. Cause if he tore his ACL, that's bad, man. That's bad for both. For Jimmy Butler, he good. If you Jimmy Butler, you good. You secure the bag. But if you the Golden State Warriors, boy, this is a disaster. This a disaster. I don't think people realize how bad this is for the Warriors. If that's the case, if the Golden State Warriors paying this man all that money, he got a torn ACL. Steph Curry's aging. He still wants to win. Draymond Green is aging, and they stuck with Kuminga. And you got Jimmy Butler. Oh my God, Butler dealing with an injury, and you tied to him for the next how long? 3 years? Not good, bro. This is not good. I'm just hope Jimmy all right though. Man, the Warriors, man, this is not a good year for the Warriors. It's not a good year for the Warriors, man. This is about the man, a bad situation could turn to worse, bro. This could get really bad, man. Steph Curry, then you pretty much gotta overplay him. Cause Curry, he wants to try to win every game. So you gotta you gotta pretty much use all your options, whatever you got left right now. That's playing Steph Curry more minutes. You gotta still depend on him to be a number one scorer. Even at this stage of his career, you can risk an injury with Steph. You don't want that to happen. So man, it's all bad for the Warriors right now, bro. It's all bad. Man, I hope you all right, bro. Cause that ain't gonna be good for the Warriors. Man, that knee, bro, I'm telling y'all, that the way that knee went, man, that do not look good to me. I'll let y'all see it one more time. Man, that is Lord have mercy. Man, this ain't one thing, it's another, boy. And the one thing, it's another. Oh man, that the Warriors got draft picks. They got all the draft picks in the world. We've been talking about that on this channel for a couple months now about what they're gonna do with Kuminga, what move they're gonna make to try to get them close to a championship. But Jimmy Butler potentially being sidelined for months. or maybe the rest of the year, that's not good for the Warriors, bro. That's not good. What you gonna do now? Like, let's just say, all right, best case scenario, it's a hypoextended. Probably gonna miss a whole month. You're already mediocre. So now what? You gonna play Kuminga after pretty much you pretty much embarrassed him, made him feel like he's not viable. So you gonna play Kuminga now? That's crazy. You in a tough situation. You go to state. You in a tough situation. This is play time over with and go to state. Ain't no play time, man. They gotta make some tough decisions now, y'all. I hope y'all realize they are stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Even with Jimmy Butler contract, that's not the easiest contract to trade because he's older and he's not like I just say he's not the most locker room friendly guy. You heard what he said, man. If you're not trying to win, I'm not trying to play ball with you. It's not. Jimmy don't fit around anybody, so you already had that going on. So now, if he potentially be sidelined for months, jeez, man, you messed up, dog. Because you don't even know, y'all. They might have to keep Kuminga. They may have to keep Kuminga. You may have to play Kuminga now. You gonna have to play him now. You might as well. You might Steve Kerr, swallow your pride, homie. Play Kuminga. You gonna have to. You gonna have to. What y'all asking for is not available at this point. You're not gonna get Keegan Murray. You're not gonna get Giannis. You're not getting Kevin Durant back. He already said no. I doubt you want LeBron James. You're gonna have to play Kuminga now. You have no choice. And try to get his stock up. That's the best I can think of. Jimmy Butler, this is a torn ACL or hypoextended. Either way, it's gonna require him to miss time. You're going to have to play Kuminga. We got 2 weeks before the trade deadline. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Steph Curry, I know, man. I know Steph Curry's stressing over there. Steph Curry is pissed off. I can guarantee y'all that. Steph Curry wants to win. Them getting Jimmy Butler, and you know the sad thing about it? The sad part about it is the Warriors lost last year because Steph Curry was hurt in that Minnesota Timberwolves series. Now this year, they're thinking they say, okay, if we can be healthy this year, we have a shot. We have another shot. The West could potentially be wide open. Now, Jimmy Butler hurt. What you gonna do? They don't believe Kuminga gonna help them win a championship. They don't believe he can get them a chip. Now you gonna wear Steph Curry down. Steph Curry in a tough spot. Boys in a tough spot. Now I guarantee you this: the people that been rooting against the Warriors, yeah, they don't feel bad. Nobody gonna feel bad for the Warriors. Nobody gonna feel bad for the Warriors. I guarantee it's some of these teams. It feel like to me some of these teams are purposely not trying to help the Warriors. They are purposely not trying to help the Warriors. The Warriors were only able to get Jimmy Butler. He was the only one really available. The Warriors were desperate last year. They wanted Kawhi. They wanted Paul George. The only reason why they couldn't get Paul George because the Clippers didn't want to trade him to the Warriors because they're in the same division. So they was desperate. They are desperate right now. They're willing to trade all of their future assets to get a player right now that can help them in a deep playoff run. Now they're in a situation they don't even have Jimmy. They probably won't have Jimmy now. Hey Spurs, man, this is a tough spot, man. Everybody waiting on the Warriors. What they gonna do with Kuminga? What are they gonna do with Kuminga? I'm starting to think that Kuminga is gonna be a Warrior past the trade deadline because there are teams that there's a couple teams, like few teams that want Kuminga. They'll take Kuminga. The problem is what the Warriors are asking for. Teams are not willing to meet their price. They're not willing to meet it. So I think the Warriors are going to have to kind of swallow their pride. They either take less or they may have to offer a little bit more to get what they want. It can't just be Kuminga. Hey, I got Kuminga. If Kuminga your best trade bargain, you're not going to get much. You know why? Because everybody looking at this situation like, okay, y'all said Kuminga, he's not that viable. You won't even play him. It's a reason why you won't play him, right? We don't have enough sample size. We saw him playing 26 minutes a game. He scored 14 points a game, but for some reason, you don't want to start him. They have destroyed the man value. They have destroyed this man value, and you're going to have to play him. And I'm starting to look at Steve Kerr funny style because, like, bro, why would you do that anyway? Why not try to develop these young players? Why not? Why not, man? And I know some of these young players are not the easiest to deal with, but man, if you don't believe he was that good, at least protect the brand, bro. At least protect his image. I would have never said nothing bad about Johnny Kuminga. I promise you. I would have said Johnny Kuminga is the greatest thing we ever drafted in recent years. He just, hey, man, he might want to just spread his wing, go somewhere. He's going to be a great player in this league one day. I would be talking about like that. I wouldn't be saying he's showing up late for practice. He doesn't know how to read the plays. He doesn't have a work ethic. Like that little stuff they've been putting out. The little stuff in the media. It's coming from the inside. I know this. I know this, man. It's just sad, bro. It's just sad, man. The Warriors were the standard of the NBA for a minute. 10 years. They were the standard. You know, they changed the game. To watch them fall apart like this, kind of sad to watch. Steph Curry in his heyday may not come close to winning another championship. May not come close. Everybody start getting paid all this money. It's kind of hard to build a team. And I Steph Curry deserved his money because he didn't come out the gate his first contract getting paid max money. Remember, Steph Curry was getting paid what I think that first deal was like $84 million. Because remember he had all those injuries the first couple of years, so he wasn't even the highest paid. That's why they was able to go out there and get an Andre Iguodala. You know what I'm saying? So he deserved that money for sure. If anybody deserved the money, Steph Curry. To be honest, Steph Curry would never get paid. Like these guys would never get paid the amount of money they actually generated for the league. What Steph Curry generated for the league is nowhere, bro. He just Steph Curry generated billions of dollars. Let's just be honest. So I mean, it's just unfortunate that he probably won't have another opportunity unless he goes somewhere else. I don't want to see. I personally don't want to see Steph Curry go anywhere else. Steph Curry, I hope he sticks with the tradition. Play with one franchise only. They believed in him. They won championships. I don't want to see him leave. I'm sad to see Klay Thompson with Dallas. Still doesn't feel right to me. I wish Klay Thompson would go back to Golden State and he end his career with them. I don't like to see them apart. You know what I'm saying? I miss Klay Thompson and Steph Curry together. Riding it out together. Win, lose, or draw. The Splash Brothers. The Warriors may have bitten off more they can chew. They said, "Hey, Klay Thompson, we don't need you anymore." You know, Jordan Poole, that whole little situation with Draymond, we saw that played out. Did they buy more they can chew? They didn't. They drafted James Wiseman. That didn't work out. And I think that's them drafting James Wiseman to me. That hurt them. That doesn't get talked about enough. Them missing on James Wiseman hurt hurt the progress. It slowed down their progress. It really slowed down their progress because they needed a young guy to usher in the new generation and take the torch from Steph Curry. So by him not panning out, and then you got Kuminga. Kuminga is not the guy, right? That hurts. That's gonna hurt them. You know. Now you was gonna get Ant-Man, by far the best player in that draft, still to this day. Some people feel like they should have got LaMelo Ball. They wasn't gonna get LaMelo Ball because Klay Thompson. That's a long story that some people don't know. Klay Thompson and his father play a big part in it. So, they're gonna have to. I'm telling y'all, they're gonna have to play Kuminga. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You either trade Kuminga, the best. I'm telling y'all, 3 things. You trade Kuminga and get what you can. Hopefully, that'll help your team with the rest of the year. Or, hey, trade Kuminga. Maybe you have to offer a pick. Maybe it's a team out there that got something you want, but they don't see Kuminga as the only piece they're willing to take. They might not feel like he's viable. No, you might have. They might want a first-round draft pick from you. Offer the first-round draft pick, but you're going to make something shake though. You can't just sit on what you got if you're trying to make the playoffs. You either offer more draft picks or take what's available or play Johnny Kuminga. Those 3 things. That's it. I think it'll be idiotic to have him on your team and you don't play him at all. I think that's stupid. Because guess what? In the offseason, Johnny Kuminga going to be a free agent. He's going to opt out of – look, I think it's a player option. He's going to opt out of that contract. He's going to go his way. He's not going to help y'all rework a deal and get a sign and trade. He's not doing that. And I don't blame him. Y'all disrespecting me. Y'all say I'm not that good. I bring no value to the organization. His agent, I guarantee you this, he becomes a free agent, he's gone somewhere else. You're not getting nothing back in return. Golden State Warriors, y'all got to make something happen. This is not getting talked about enough. They got to make something happen. They want a center. They've been looking at so many different guys, but they haven't pulled the trigger on the trade yet. They've been looking at all these different guys. Vucevic, Michael Porter Jr. They even asking teams for guys that are not even available, just to see if they can get them. They want to see, like they literally been asking for players. I'm telling y'all, they asking for players that are not even available. They want to see if they have any chance of getting them. So they're desperate. They're desperate. The right team. The problem is right now. The reason why you don't see a lot of moves because the market right now is very dry. The most viable players, guys like the 3-and-Ds, like Herb Jones, Trey Murphys of the world, those guys are viable. Those guys are worth first-round picks, but they're not available. And it seemed like to me New Orleans was willing to part ways with one for the right price, but they didn't get what they was asking for. So they took those guys off the market, and they're going to keep them for the rest of the year. So there's not a lot of the guys that's out there available. They doesn't bring any value to your team. That's the problem. And people trying to figure out what the Warriors are going to do with Kuminga. So we'll see. We gonna see. Shout out to y'all in the chat, man. Shout out to y'all, man. It's sad situation. We'll see, man. We'll see. Hit the like button. New to the channel. Subscribe, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.